This is Liberty Prime with Space Floaters, and welcome back to RuneScape Dragonwilds. And if y'all are enjoying this game, please let me know by leaving a like on this video. Oh, and the best way to make sure that this game stays on the channel is to subscribe, so that you don't miss anything. Y'all, we are so close to being done with this Tier 1 cottage, at least until we've got some more crafting stations that we can add to the whole mix. But one important step is going to be to actually officially make this our base. And the best way to do that is going to be to destroy what is kind of technically our base according to the game, which is this little starter hut right here. But you know what? I think I'm going to wait until it's nighttime and take one last nap in our little hut before we move into this place. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and actually build ourselves a bed, which is going to go upstairs, of course. Ooh, if I can get up the stairs, which is not always easy. Now this is designed to be a bedroom, but I think we can fit 2 beds in there. I'm thinking that for our actual bedroom, I'm going to pick either this side or this side over here. Now that's got some great built-in storage space back there, or I could just, cover it up and make it fit with that, which I think I might go ahead and do while I'm thinking about that. So yeah, let's get into the build mode. And we need a wall here. We're going with these tiny little mid-height walls. There we go. And you know what? We can even make it match over here if we can get it to snap correctly. Let's get out of the basic snapping. Some advanced snapping might make that look a little bit more reasonable. There, so now it's sort of a consistent look across there, although we've got that going on, but can't really help that. Although that does remind me that I was meaning to perhaps put some decorative blocks at the top of this chimney. Ooh, so many little finishing touches that I could add. You know what? Let's get into the Eye of Oculus and do that while we're thinking about it. But one more thing while I've got this piece pulled up, maybe we should do this over here too. Yeah, might as well, because it's pretty much just wasted space anyway. I do plan to tuck a few things under there, but yeah, let's just go ahead and close this off. While it is technically usable space, and I could fit a crate or 2 under there, I'm going to have so many spaces for crates that we just don't need all of them. Well, you know what? Ooh, I keep just having too many thoughts here. My current thought is maybe I should just close off this whole triangle here, so let's see what that might look like. We could always just tear down what we already built up. Now, how would we cover this up? That is... ooh. Yeah, we can cover that up, sort of, somehow. But do we need to? Well, I can't quite get at the correct angle for that. Well, let's just eliminate this for now. Hopefully we did that. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll revisit this little nook later on, because this is going to be our bed chamber for now. Well, I guess I got sort of the same problem over here. So let's just try stuffing some crates up in there. And see how well that closes off the whole area. Although, of course, I do plan to add some of these guys as soon as I've got the ability. But we still need some swamp tar, and we are heading for that swamp soon, y'all. But for now, let's just kind of close this off with some crates. And try to get them nice and lined up, because you know how picky I am about that kind of thing. It is getting dark out there. Maybe I should go ahead and take my nap. It's nice and well lit up in here, so I don't really need to yet. And once again, we managed to miss that sunset, but oh well. Alright, now what I'm thinking is the bed will go somewhere around here, and let's go ahead and get that pulled up. It's going to go somewhere around here, and I want to make sure that it's not going to interfere with anything. But I think that what we're going to do with the bed is we're actually going to raise it up just a little bit. And both for appearance's sake, but also because of that whole thing where if you get attacked in bed, it can be a little bit problematic when you fall through the floor and get trapped. So we're not going to let that happen to us. What we're going to do instead is build up just a little bit of a base underneath it. And we're going to use these now omnipresent little decorative blocks to make it just one little bit higher. I'm going to try to move my mouse so that I don't go all jittery next time. But, alright, we've got that base built up, and we're going to give ourselves a nice little headboard, too. And we've got a little bit more room around the bed than we need, but, you know, on the other hand, we don't really have a whole lot that we need to put in here to occupy the space, so let's try that for the moment, and we're going to build up just a little bit of a base for our mattress. And now let's get here and make sure that the mattress works. Now I was about to say I have this is much longer than it needs to be, so you know what, let's destroy this, or at least parts of it, using our handy dandy little decorative block. We're going to shorten this up a bit. We're actually going to think about maybe moving this headboard down even further. We're still going to be able to access these crates even if I move down some. So let's think about doing this. Then we'll have all sorts of room at the base of the bed as well. What did I just... Okay, I did destroy the correct thing. That's a relief. It's so easy to destroy the wrong thing in this game, y'all. Let's just move this on down. We can use the smaller pieces of flooring for the little missing bit there. So let's get in here and... Oh yeah, I can destroy some more stuff up here, can't I? Let's do that real quick. Although we can destroy it with the small square tiles as well as that. Oop, of course I destroyed the wrong thing. Why would I expect anything else? Anyway, let's go ahead and put these in place. And put one of those mediums down as well. There we go. And now we can put some more of those little decorative pieces down at the bottom. Well, we don't even actually need them. We could just have, you know, a few decoratives on the ends, and then maybe hide something interesting underneath there, but yeah, I don't really see the point. If I think of something clever that I want to hide under there, then I'll do that later on. But for now, we've got some nice storage behind us, and we've got a good spot here. We can see out the window, and we're going to be, you know, woken up by the sunrise or something like that, but for now, we just got a view of some of those logs that haven't actually splintered yet. But let's put our little bed here. Oh, come on, fit. Fit better. Oh, you were fitting just fine before. I think it must be a little bit too close underneath the roof there. I'm going to have to edge this back on out. Yeah, see, it would work over here. So we will remove this part and put it down here. We'll still have plenty of room at the foot of the bed, so I'm not too fussed about that. Let's go ahead and get our little decorative block, which is such a handy little destruction engine, and destroy. It is really nice to not be in the Eye of Oculus for this one, I must admit. Okay, let's get rid of you guys. Oh, I knew that one of these days I was going to destroy the wrong thing. Oh well. That was not too hard to put back. And we'll be in that particular piece in just a second anyway. Hopefully it's not... Yeah, and I'm not forgetting that one little missing block there either. Come on, get back in the right spot. Yeah, dang it. Okay, and that did actually destroy only what I wanted to, so that's good. But let's go ahead and get back into our decorative block and keep on feeding this over here. And get a few of those little short bits of flooring. Here and here. And I'm still going to try putting the headboard down there, but first let's just go ahead and find out how our bed fits. Please fit. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. I'm going to try to kind of center you. It's a little bit hard to tell from this angle, but... Okay, that... I should possibly put the pillow on the headboard end, huh? Might make sense. Alrighty. That should be reasonably centered. Of course, as soon as I said that, I missed it. Okay, that's going to have to work, and we're going to put some nice little headboard on here. This is our little fake bed until we have the means to actually build the real bed. Oh wow, that's a lot more to the left than I realized it was. Nah, I'm not going to fuss with it too much more. But I am going to destroy this bed, pick up the bits, and make this a little bit more centered this time. But boy, I do keep thinking about the fact that I could probably skinny up that bed if I needed to. Oh. But no, we're not going to get that picky with it. Alrighty, now let's do it from this angle. Yeah, my throat feels dry. I am not shocked. Y'all, in real life, I did a whole bunch of lawn mowing this morning, so my throat does indeed feel dry. Okay. Now that is going to have to be good enough, and it's, of course, just turned daytime out there. But anyway, what we're going to do is, ooh, you're cozy to your base and bed. It's going to be so much nicer when this is actually my base and my bed. So let's go ahead and claim this bed. Now, is this my base now? Do I feel cozy over here? Let's go ahead and destroy this one. Whee! And I will do so with my favorite little decorative block. Bye-bye. Also timber and all them other things. Getting back all sorts of good materials. Not like this is a super expensive little starter hut, but hey, you never know. Now these crates I'm going to leave out here just for the moment until I decide what I'm going to put where inside. We do need plenty more crates down here, I must admit. But at the moment I'm just picking up wood. Right now we've got so many more things that we need to put inside this base, but I think that before we do that, we're going to actually make ourselves able to put down a few more interesting crafting stations. Because we can do quite a few more things once we actually reach the swamps. But I think I need to put a little bit of an exit right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Hadn't even thought about that last time, or the time before last, whenever it was that I was building that fence. Didn't even occur to me that I might actually want to, use this back door every so often. So let's go ahead and destroy some of this. And we are going to have to be getting a few more of those horizontal pieces here, I think, the short ones. Alright, oh, and some of the tall ones, too. Those big, thick horizontal beams, and yeah, I think I'm going to have to just keep on going for a little while until it becomes nighttime again, because I want to sleep in our newly claimed bed before we go to visit the wizard. And that is going to be an exciting point in the video when we are actually officially done with our little house. Even though we're going to just still keep on working on it for quite a while longer after we're officially done with it. But being able to reach the officially done point, ooh, that is going to be so much fun, y'all. Now that I'm looking at this, I probably should have done something differently over here, because I see that these shorter pieces are not reaching all the way down to the ground like this one over here is. So let's get one of the longer pieces. Nice, thick and long little guy. Oh, and now I remember why I might have done something else. Let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do it again. Do it again. No, 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 no. Do the thing that I wanted you to do. Come on. Oh, I wish that we could sort of like cycle between snap points. That's one of the things that I like most about Valheim. You could actually do that. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how to cheat my way into this, because that keeps looking like it's at the right spot, but it's actually just going no snapping is what's happening there. Let's see, how should I do this? Let's see if we can somehow cheat our way to it. Maybe if we do this, because that is the right height, and then we can put one of these on top here, on both sides, and then destroy this little guy down. Oh, no, darn it. Yeah, I should have realized that would happen. Okay, yeah, let's do that again, but better this time. Okay, we're going to do this, and then, I need something that can actually provide support. So let's do like a horizontal beam or something. Okay, maybe that'll do something for me. Oh, I was sitting there wondering, why is that red? But that's just red because of what I was doing to it. Okay, so let's try this little guy. Ooh, yes, alrighty. So now we can get rid of this and this. And do the same thing over here. Cheater piece for the win, yet again. Alrighty, and I'm still not necessarily sure that I'm happy with those being higher, or that much higher, but we're still going to just go with it, because I wasn't happy with the way it looked when they were level with the other post either. Because they weren't level with the top of it, they were level with the center of it, and that didn't work at all. But, this is still me just kind of burning time until it's nighttime. And honestly, I don't necessarily need to do that, but I do keep thinking of little final touches that I can make, so... Oh, we have tier 1 defenses now. Ooh. Well, I think I'm going to wait on that a little bit, but... Oh, palisades. Wish I could make those. Someday soon. But we can put in some doors and some windows without any trouble, so let's go ahead and start doing that. And I don't actually really love the way these windows look, but they do give it a certain amount of finished look, so we're going to go with that. And boy, we got a lot of windows going on over here. I don't know how much protection these window bars add, but can't hurt. And it's kind of bugging me that this is not rotated properly, but it's not allowing me to... Oh, I guess it's because it's a window piece. Yeah, it's not letting me rotate it at all. A bit mysterious, but I think that window pieces just plain old work differently than everything else does. And we've got just a little bit more to get. And then we're gonna get to work on those doors. And we got 4 of the doors, so... And of course 2 of them are double wide. So we've definitely got plenty of that kind of stuff to be getting on with. But I think we're done with the windows, so let's move on to those doors. Oh wait, we're not gonna do the palisades quite yet. Those are yet to come. But let's go ahead and, door ourselves out of the whole house. And I'm gonna go around and, open up all the doors as soon as I'm done putting them in, because I'm definitely not interested in making it harder for myself to get into the house. But we are just about done with the exterior for the moment, until we change our minds, which we do often. But we're going with good enough for the moment. Let's open these puppies up. And apparently we're going to open them up from the inside. And I do like that these doors go both ways. Now I've got an interesting song stuck in my head. Alrighty, let's see what's going on here. And see how it's looking and see how close we are to sunset. We're not quite there yet, but we are definitely getting closer and closer. Okay, what else needs to be done to this guy before it's ready to go? And I think that we don't really need to worry all that much about actually sleeping in the bed before it's considered officially ours. But you know what? It just feels right. It feels right to go ahead and sleep in our bed before we go over and see that wizard. And I'm trying real hard not to say it, y'all. I have a feeling it's going to come out this episode sometime. We shall travel and visit that wizard before too much longer. Now, I wonder how late it is. Ooh, I wish I could see the sun. That must be the sun. That's pretty high up in the sky. Well, how about we just rest in our bed for a few minutes and see if that's enough. But I'm kind of tempted to... Ooh. I wish I could quick save, y'all. Let's give it a little bit of a rest. Oh, and I am thirsty, aren't I? I should probably fix that. Now, this is a pretty good, comfy-looking little bedroom. Not much privacy, but hey, we don't necessarily expect that in RuneScape Dragonwilds. Of course, we could put in a door and all that, but then the bedroom would get much, much smaller. And we can actually go ahead and put some bed bases for the other bedrooms, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about that too much. I mean, I'm not going to be doing multiplayer anytime particularly soon, so I will probably still complete these bedrooms just, to give y'all a good impression of what it would look like with everything in place. And of course, we don't always have to have the bed quite aligned like this. I could just put it up smack dab against the window, but yeah, I don't think I quite like that solution either. Sure enough, wish that I had a bow. Well, you know what? It's still awfully far away from sunset. And I'm just gonna keep finding stuff to do around this house. Stuff that we don't necessarily need to do yet. But boy, there's still going to be plenty to work on later on. Well, one thing that's kind of bugging me, you see over here, this little decorative block that's right in front of the roof, it's not the same on the other side, which does kind of bug me. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to put some decorative pieces at the top of the chimney, and I am going to go ahead and do that one. Let's get a little bit closer and get into the Eye of Oculus. Probably should have had some water before I started doing this, but oh well. Let's get right back on up to these decorative blocks and get up here. And I bet it'll let me rotate them now, if I can actually say the word rotate. Now we can go taller or we go a little bit shorter. Let's see what the taller one looks like first. And maybe by the time I'm done with this fussing, it will be nighttime and I'm not going to have to worry about making my decision. I do enjoy putting things off, especially decisions. But eventually I do, do that whole cuttlefish bait thing. I guess that's not quite how that saying goes, huh? Well, let's go ahead and get down here. Now, should we go with the slightly taller chimney? You know what? I think I am kind of happy with that. Let's look at the other version first. Because while we do want to, cuttlefish bait, which has suddenly become how that saying goes in my head, well, we do need to do that kind of thing. We got time to just sort of pursue our various options. Of course, we could always go with just 2 rows of this, but we don't need to do that. Well, we might as well look at, take a look and see what it looks like before we get into our destructo mode. Let's get down here at this vantage. Yeah, I'm not feeling thrilled about having that double layer of it, so let's just get over here for a second. Okay, we're going to destroy this top row and see what it looks like with just the lower ones. Okay, let's make sure that we're only destroying what we want to destroy here. It is way too easy to destroy the wrong thing, y'all. I hate that. Have we managed it? We're gonna have to get up there and get a whole bunch of firewood. And it's a little bit hard to judge what that chimney looks like with all that firewood hanging off of it. Oh dear. You know what? I might like the taller version better, but let's get out of here. Let's get up there and get rid of some of that firewood. And we are getting closer and closer to sunset. But I would love to go see that wizard before we end this episode. So we might be able to do that kind of soon. Let's see if I can get up there and grab some of that wood. Yes! I do love being able to jump around on my own roof like that. So handy. And this balcony is handy, especially the part where I can defy gravity like that. I'm just holding up my weight on the ball of my foot there. It's impressive. Let's get back on the ground and see what this chimney looks like. Yeah, boy. You know, I do kind of like the taller version, which is very unfortunate because it's going to be almost impossible to get those decorative blocks out of the way. Oh, hey. Well, you know what? Let's go see if we can actually sleep on it. Because if we can, then we're off to... Well, not going to say it yet, but it's coming, y'all. I can just feel it bubbling up in me. Don't like it, but that's just the way things go sometimes. Now, can I sleep yet? Yes, I can. Ooh, up and at 'em, sunshine. Alright, this time we're actually going to drink and eat. I keep forgetting to do that. But I'm very glad to see that we don't get dehydrated while we're sleeping anymore. I'm pretty sure that we used to be able to do that, but I think in the new update, that doesn't seem to happen. Or maybe it's that whole, you're feeling extra cozy near your base thing. And I would love to get one of those messages just so that I'm certain that this is considered my base. But anyway, let's get on down here and... Alright, I don't think I can put it off any longer, y'all. Guard your ears. Here it comes. Oh, you have been warned. We're off to see the wizard. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I couldn't help it. It just had to come. It had to come out of my face. There was just no way to get around it. But anyway, I'm hopeful that this wizard will actually consider that to be our base and that we have enough decorations to satisfy him. Although, ooh, now that I think about it, we could have put a few more bookshelves up in there. Ooh, but you know what? Nah, let's go for it. Let's go see that wizard and see what he's got to say about our place. And I should probably go a little bit faster because I'm going to tail this episode off in just a few minutes, y'all. I really am trying to make these episodes on the shorter side. That way I can get out more than one episode a day, hopefully. Or at the very least, I'll be a little bit closer to that goal, and Might be able to manage it someday soon. But let's go over to that wizard. I believe that he's over yonder somewhere. And I'm not going to stop to pick the flowers. That looks like that might be where he lives. All these stupid little fences in my way. Let's keep on jogging on. Alright. Why does it always rain in the morning, y'all here? Okay, let's get on up here. Make a nice little jump. Ooh, almost went off the edge. Speaking of nice little things, this is always a nice little trunk here, so let's open that up and see what we can get from it. Ah, nothing we can really use except for the other stuff. Okay. Here we go, wise old man. Good. You've got the basics under your belt, but now the guide ropes are off. Taking down a dragon won't be easy, but you've got the skills you need to do it. Well, almost. Now, I'm pretty sure we were supposed to be talking about my house, so I might have to talk to you a few more times. We need to start thinking long-term. Bramblemead Village is an excellent place for an outpost, even if it's a little overrun with goblins right now. We should build our new base of operations here. By we, I mean you. Bad back. Alrighty. Don't need to be fancy, though some style is always nice. But it needs to be functional. Make a shelter, some foundations, walls, and a roof, then build and claim a bed on it. Okay, yeah, but you know what? I already did that, so can we get to the part where you tell me how crappy it is? You can go bigger, of course. Let your inner architect run wild. But a bed's the bare minimum we need to get started. Go on, hop to it, get. Yeah, I already did that part, though, so tell me how you like it. Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, we'll delve into the lore later on. Get to the point, wizard. What do you think of my base?
Yes, hello.
Good, you've built a shelter. I mean, it could do with some work. We're going to be here a while. Have you considered the decor at all? Oh, maybe some better lighting, curtains, a single-potted plant? No, you're right. It's not important. Why live it up when there's so much squalor to enjoy? Ooh. Well, that's quite the verdict. Oh, well. Yeah, somehow I am not at all shocked. I think this guy's known for being a little bit crotchety. I guess those barrels in that one bookcase weren't quite enough, huh? Oh, well. We know what we did. But more importantly, y'all let me know in the comments what you think of our little cottage. Anyway, look, we're set up here, but there's one of our number missing. Young Cathan, an adventurer in training who came along with us. He disappeared after we got the lodestone working. Vanished before you arrived. I'd like to track him down. To do that, I need to cast a locator spell. I'm missing just one ingredient, which I'll need from you. Antlers. Ooh, those deer. They're surprisingly hard to kill. You can get them from a deer. Hunt one down and bring me the antlers. Then we'll get started. But first, here, take this. I think we might know what we're going to do. Well, probably not next episode. I think that next episode we are headed into the swamp. At least for a few minutes. Until the first time or 3 that we die. We'll find out. But if y'all have enjoyed this little vacation into RuneScape Dragonwilds, please do let me know by leaving a like on the video. And if you want to make sure that we keep coming back, please subscribe so that you don't miss anything. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.